Hey everyone, Nick Bates here, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to update in 13 your event layouts from the version 12 layouts to version 13 layouts, especially if you are using event attributes. So if we take a look at this contract review event and open it up, this is our version 12 look and feel for our event layout. And you will notice that there is something called event fields up top. And then down here are what we're calling event attributes. And the difference between these two sections is that this information applies to any assets that are added to the event. And this information is stored per asset. So if I come into, I'm actually going to jump out of here, click on this tracking status since I've already prepared two assets, receive two assets. We're going to grab those and run contract review. So we have two assets, and then you'll notice up top we have some data. And so if I change this to something else, and then we go, if we click onto a different asset, you'll notice that that information doesn't change. However, when I click on priority and switch this to, let's say, standard, and then I click on this asset, I can change it to maybe custom. And so when we toggle between the two, we're storing that data per asset. So anyways, we are going to go into workflow configuration and show you how to update the layout. So we go up to the gear up at the top, click on that, and then workflow configuration is right here. And then inside of workflow config, we're going to go to step 2, field settings, and we have two bubbles, and you're going to want to select fields. You'll notice that this right-hand side of design layout goes away. So if you are already familiar with version 13, you have now seen how we can just edit our layouts inside the layout itself. So now we don't do any more editing inside of workflow config. We just highlight fields, and then you can always take a look at your event attributes to see what you have here. For those of you who have never set up event attributes, I'm sure we have some videos on our YouTube channel about them. If not, my video next week will be about creating event attributes. So from here, we go ahead and just save this event, hit finish, and then now let's launch contract review again. So we're going to click the receiving tracking status. I'm holding control on my keyboard, highlighting the assets I want to run, clicking contract review. So we have some assets. And you will notice that I already have some on there. That is just from me playing around with this and prepping for this video. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that data off of the layout so you guys can see this from scratch. So the way that your layout is going to look upon opening it, with even if you have event attributes, is going to look just like this. So from here, what you need to do with version 13 is right click, go to customize, and inside of customize, we have these new fields called user created. And there's quite a few. And the cool thing about these fields is you can actually set up multiple event attributes on just one user created field. You don't have to use separate user created fields, which is a nice little addition. So you just simply drag and you'll notice these green arrows kind of telling you where it's going to live on the layout. For me, I kind of want to duplicate what I did in version 12 layouts where there's two sections. You got the event information and then you have the attribute information. So from here, you're just going to say close and save, and it's still bringing in those other attributes. And you'll see in a second, when I right click on these, we go to edit link, and this is the data that came over. So if we delete that and we hit OK here, user created is what is showing. If we right click and customize again, we can, add another user created just so you can see what it looks like straight from scratch. So after you've saved and added a user created to the layout, we simply right click on it and we say edit link. Over here are the fields that you can turn this entity into. So we come over here and we say, all right, event attributes, these are my event attributes. I'm going to just simply highlight that or just delete it and then double click. So now that I've double clicked, it added the certificate level attribute, and I'm just going to hit return and add priority, service type, shipping account. So I'm just going to the end of the line, hitting enter, and adding all these in there. Now you get a little bit of a preview to see kind of what it looks like, and it's a little tight. It's not super even, so we want to hit OK. And now it's just a matter of kind of cleaning this stuff up. I could put 3 over here, and keep 3 over on this side. You can really kind of tweak this, but that is generally what we do. So let's just kind of copy this, hit OK, and then go through the editing. So now that I've added them to the layout, it's just a matter of really paying attention to the look and the feel. What you will notice is that you don't have the same options for these squares. So it's not going to treat the field in the same way. And this is just how we are able to differentiate between what a full system-wide event field is going to do versus an individual asset event attribute. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.